Okay, so we're about 3 weeks away from the upcoming release of this winter's DLC in GTA Online, and many of you in my community have asked the question of exactly how much money will be needed to fully experience this winter's DLC, to include any potential drip feed content. Well, that's what we're going to discuss here today. So what's up, everybody? OddMan 105, aka the Oddwood here, with a short talking head video discussing my thoughts on exactly how expensive the upcoming DLC could potentially be. So let's get right into this. Now let me begin this video by stating that this is not an angry rant about Rockstar Games. Rockstar, as we know, they've done some really questionable things in the past, but they've also done some really good things as well. This video is merely an assessment of the approximate costs in terms of in-game currency for each player to experience the full scope and content of the upcoming DLC. Now let's begin the conversation by discussing the elephant in the room, and that is the current and ongoing inflation in GTA 5 Online. And over the course of the past few years, every one of you veteran players out there has seen a steady increase in just the overall cost of things in GTA 5 Online, from cars to business properties and even garage space, which Rockstar has seemingly found some way to monetize. Everything in the game is just more expensive than it's ever been before. And this trend of hyperinflation exists for two reasons. One is to push microtransactions through the sale of shark cards and through GTA Plus subscriptions. And the second is by increasing the cost of things in the game also increases the amount of grind required to obtain those things, thereby also increasing player interaction with the game. Okay, so let's take a look at some numbers. Now, the most recent DLC, which was the Bottom Dollar Bounties DLC, saw the release of 16 total DLC cars, including both normal vehicles and police cars. Now, the cost of all 16 DLC vehicles, excluding HSW upgrades or trade prices, totaled a whopping $41,296,000. Now, if we calculate the average cost of all Bottom Dollar Bounties DLC cars by dividing the total cost of all of these DLC cars by the total number of cars released during the DLC, which is 16, that gives us an average cost of $2,581,000 per car. That is a ridiculously stupid high amount of money for a single DLC car. Now, based on that average, we can theorize that any new car released with any future DLC is going to cost between $2 to $3 million. Now let's talk about business properties. By far, one of the best business properties in GTA 5 Online has to be the agency property, where you can earn $1 million in about an hour and a half's time by completing the Dr. Dre VIP contract and the low cooldown times on missions. Now, once fully upgraded with all amenities such as an armory and vehicle workshop, and remember that the agency property also comes standard with a 20-car garage, it'll set you back by about $5 million. Now, if we compare the agency property with other more recent DLC offerings, such as the Salvage Yard from the Chop Shop DLC, which at a cost of about $5.5 million has 0 garage space and a 1-week cooldown on vehicle robberies, and the Bail Enforcement Office from the Bottom Dollar Bounties DLC, which when fully upgraded costs around $5 million, has 2 garage spaces and one of the worst returns on investment that I've ever seen in any business in GTA 5 Online. We can clearly see a pattern where we're paying more but getting less in return. So once we take into account the cost of a fully upgraded modern business in GTA 5 Online, such as the Salvage Yard or the Bail Enforcement Office at a cost of around $5 to $5.5 million, we can expect the new Darnell Brothers Garment Factory, which is the new business front in the upcoming winter DLC, to cost anywhere between $5 to $6 million, and potentially even more. And that brings me to my conclusion. If you're someone who plans to purchase and fully upgrade the new business property and purchase all day one and future drip feed vehicles, then you can expect to probably spend somewhere around $45 to $50 million. Now remember that these numbers represent my estimates and they are not definitive, so please take this information with a grain of salt. It is quite possible that Rockstar will release fewer DLC vehicles this winter, and the business property may not be as expensive as other business properties, so until the DLC is finally released, we won't know. Also, don't forget that Vincent Dispatch Work, which is a major part of the Bottom Dollar Bounties DLC, was actually locked behind a paywall because in order to access dispatch work, you must purchase a police vehicle. Now, we should probably expect the same treatment for the next upcoming winter DLC. And guys, that's pretty much it. This is my assessment on the potential cost for the upcoming winter DLC. Now, if you're a veteran money grinder, then 50 million is pocket change to you. That's nothing. But if you're a new player and you don't have access to that kind of financial resource, then your options are kind of limited. You can either, number one, get out there and get your money grind on, and I have plenty of tutorials on my channel that will show you, a solo player, how to make a crap ton of money in this game. Or number two, you can buy shark cards, which I do not recommend. Us pesky money grinders know how to make some money in this game without buying shark cards, and that's why Rockstar hates us. So guys, sound off down in the comments below, and let's discuss your thoughts on how much money we will probably need for the upcoming winter DLC, and let's have a respectful discussion about this. But with that being said, this video is a wrap. I've been OddMan105, aka The Odd One, and if you guys found this video informative, then you know what to do. Smash that subscriber button, hit that bell icon, leave a few likes while you're here, and hey, don't forget to check me out on Twitter at OddMan105. And I will see you guys when I see you guys in the next video. Please stay safe, and remember, don't just start the fire, bring the smoke, and take care out there.